Ian, firstly, how important is youth development for Bury Football Club?
Really important, really important. When we came to the club, that's what we wanted to put in place. We wanted to get ourselves in a situation where we've got a conveyor belt of youngsters coming through, and I think we're getting into that situation now. We find ourselves facing competition with people, like I've said on record, Man City of 47 scouts. So it's important that for us that we get a conveyor belt of youngsters coming through who we can develop and move on, because we're not in a position to go around scouting and buying people all the time. We've got to develop our own talent and get them onto that first team pitch, or get them into a position where people want them. So.
You spoke about before players wanting to join us now without much persuasion. Can you expand on that?
Yeah, we've just had an example yesterday. We've had a young lad come in, won't mention his name, but he's 16/17. He's been at Southampton. Southampton put £100,000 on his head for various reasons that were domestic rather than anything else. He's wanted to leave Southampton. He's left Southampton. Chelsea have had a look at him. They wanted him to sign. He's been training at QPR. But his dad had heard how we'd played at Man United, and his dad's had a look at the DVD, seen the game, and yesterday he came up to the club. He trained with the first team, and the people in the club loved him, and that's an example of what's happening. We've got the same thing happening with people in Northern Ireland. We've got 3 or 4 people in Northern Ireland who are coming over for trials next week. And so at the moment, everything in the garden's rosy, so it's good.
Yes. A number of youth players have been given contracts. That must be a great feeling for yourself and the rest of the department.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Just wonder if we're not raising the bar too high for ourselves too early. We've only been here 12 months as such, looking after the youth, and the coaches have been in and Ryan Kidd's been in. But we've got a great backroom staff who really develop the youngsters. And we're getting that sense of belonging with some of the parents as well. The Christmas party that we had was brilliant night. We virtually had to turn the lights out so they'd go home. And so getting those people on that journey, getting that little bit of a family feeling is what we want to achieve. And we've offered 5 contracts. 4 of them have signed, and we're still waiting for the 5th one to put his name to paper, or put pen to paper. But we're quite hopeful that will happen. But even if it doesn't happen, it won't matter to us too much, because at the end of the day, he's been with us since he was a 13-year-old, and we've offered him pro contract terms, so that'll count in our favour if he moves on to another club.
So do you think expectations are higher now?
I don't know about expectations being higher. I think we've always had high expectations. We've probably gone a lot further than we thought we'd get initially. But I think if you don't have high expectations, then you always have average ones. And I think it's like us going for promotion and saying we want to get in the championship. If you don't have that expectation, then you don't put yourself in a position where people think you've got ambition. And I think everybody at this club's got ambition, from the gaffer right the way down. And sometimes your pressure becomes self-inflicted. In our case, with the youngsters, we've done really well. We've got an awful lot of interest in an awful lot of youngsters. And that's come together as a result of quite a journey that we've been on. Now, next year we might not have the same number of youngsters coming through, and people might think we've failed. I don't think it's about fail, I think it's about maximising our opportunity, really. So that expectation is, yes, we're looking to create a number of players each season who become perhaps saleable assets or reach through to the first team. We could say we want 3 every year to come through. Some years we'll get 3, some years we'll get none, some years we'll get 6. This year we've got 5 who've been offered a contract. And we've done really well with the under-16s, and we're doing really well with some of the other teams. I think I'm on record as saying that before Christmas the youngsters in the under 16s to under 9s had 45 games, and we drew 1 and lost 1 and won 43. Yeah. Well, that's fantastic. That's Champions League standard, isn't it? That's what you really want out of a football club. You don't always get it year in, year out. We've had that, and that's the standard we're looking for, because everybody goes out to win every game. They don't go out to lose a game, they don't go out to draw a game. So that's the expectation, that you're going out to win. If you don't do it, you don't do it. But you have to start again and go again, and that's what this club's about. It's about trying to manage the expectation of the fans and everybody else to make sure that we're making progress and we're building for the future in the long term.
As well as the youth team, the under 16s are doing well as well, aren't they?
Yeah, exceptionally well. Exceptionally well. They've won their league. They were fantastic on Sunday against Hull City. Premiership team, although they're only a Category 3, I think they were deregistered at the last assessment. And they got 3 lads in their team from Newcastle who are a Category 1 team. They went 2-0 down early doors, penalty and a free kick. Sun was definitely in our goalkeeper's eyes. I suppose every manager and coach says that. But it was hard for the goalkeeper to see the ball from where the sun was setting. And we were 2-0 down. Rob Harker scored a fantastic goal about 5 minutes before the end of the first half to bring us back into it. And in the second half there was only one team going to win it, and that was us, with a great cross from one of the trialist lads who put a ball over the goalkeeper's head from the left wing, and then with a headed goal later on. They now go forward to play Leyton Orient in the final of the Academy 3 leagues. That's the national final, and that game's going to be held now at Derby County under 21 ground on Sunday the 15th of February. More than overachieved, that group, but some talent in there. There were lots of scouts at that game. Newcastle, Leicester, United, City, and they were buzzing about our youngsters, buzzing about them. So yeah, great, really good news for the club.
And then finally, you're planning a pre-season tour, a youth pre-season tour of Holland. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, we've been a bit quiet on that in terms of publicity at the moment, and the reason for that is we were successful in the bid. We know we're going to Holland with Millwall, Wolves and Crewe, but the planning meeting, the first planning meeting, is on the 15th of February, so we won't know until we've been to that meeting exactly what the detail is around that arrangement. It's slightly frustrating for us that we've got a great bunch of lads, and all this year's second year scholars won't be able to go to Holland. So there's a fantastic opportunity coming downstream for the under 16s who join Bury, but we can't start promoting and advertising it because we don't know the dates that we're going yet. Okay. We don't know the arrangements. Hopefully we will know a lot more by the middle of this month, and then we can start advertising and using that as a recruitment tool, because as this lad's come from Southampton and he's left QPR and so on, he will miss out on that because I think he's too old. But the lads from Northern Ireland, that might just cause them to come to us instead of going somewhere else, Bolton Wanderers, whatever. It's a great selling point for us in the club.
Right. The total surface area of 2 human lungs have a surface area of approximately 70 square metres. True or false?
False.
That's under me.
Frogs belong to which animal group? Danny knows.
Reptiles.
No.
Chicken.
Amphibian.
Yeah.
Well done.
Oh, cheers. I thought you had done
Reptile. Yeah, that's a reptile. That's fair.
Responding.
Never seen a frog.
He's just going to be laughing all the way.
Who is the current leader of the Labour Party?
Ezra Miliband.
Hey, that was done.
I was at Cameron anyway.
Which US president was assassinated in Dallas, Texas in 1963?
John F. Kennedy.
What is the name of the bear in the Jungle Book?
Baboon. Blue.
Yeah.
Two.
Sing the opening line to the TV show Friends.
Pass.
To be fair, I don't know it. No.
No?
No.
I'll be there for you.
No.
Take it honest.
It's not the opening line, but we'll give it you. We'll give it
What?
Danny.
No. That
Neither of
doesn't
you
count.
do.
Nah,
Neither
no.
of you do.
That's a nothing there.
Right.
2 points.
Points for Nards.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
What's your level now, man?
Right. Who won the last I'm a Celebrity Get Me Out Here?
Oh, nah, it's gone. No, what's it? What's it name?
Can you give us a
Oh, Foggy.
What's his
Yeah.
name?
Nah.
call Fogarty?
No, it's Dan's. That's Rosie. You know having that.
Yeah, give it Danny Rose. Which month has 28 days?
February.
What? February, February.
Which month has 28 days?
Weasel.
Who won this year's Australian Open?
No, Djokovic.
Yeah.
According to the official world golf rankings, who is currently ranked number 1 in the world?
Oh, was it?
Me, McElroy.
Yeah. Sorry, Lauren McElroy.
I'm having that one.
What was the score in the 2014 FIFA World Cup semi-final between Brazil and Germany?
7-1.
Nerd.
Do you know what you're talking about? That thing the week when that guy.
Oh,
What is the capital city of Greece?
Of where?
What?
Greece.
Athens.
Danny Rose first, Danny Rose.
Athens.
Yeah.
No.
In which part of London would you find Nelson's Column?
Leicester Square. Summit Square. Trafalgar Square.
Yeah.
Why am I coming in?
Which famous song are these lyrics taken from? I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do.
Oasis. About you now. Wonderwall.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not what it is.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm trying to get him to say that all over.
The biggest selling album of 2011 in the UK was an album titled 21. Whose album was it?
Was it?
Adele.
Oh,
Taylor Swift.
you was first.
Oh, was it? I thought it was Taylor Swift.
No, it wasn't.
Adele.
That's the
Yeah,
song, isn't
Adele.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is 8 multiplied by 9?
22.
Smart. Good at that.
Smart. Maths.
You've been practicing that because they're actually last time.
Senior.
Spell our chief executive's name.
That's what it is.
I'm not pressing the buzzer.
What is it? Can we have the name?
Yeah, I'll give you his first name, Glenn.
Glenn.
Do you know his surname?
No.
Don't know it.
No.
Thomas, his surname.
Oh my god, no.
No.
GLENNTHOMAS.
Who was Bury's top goal scorer last season? Danny Rose.
Nardiello.
Yeah. What year was the club formed?
1894.
No.
18 1892.
No.
How's it on the patch?
1890.
No.
1908.
No. That'll give me a clue.
Oh no, 1914.
No.
1915.
No. That'll give me a clue. Somewhere in the building, somewhere in the club.
1985.
Oh, yeah.
Right, final question.
Go on, I've answered none.
What shed number does Keel O'Brien play in? I don't know
16.
if you answer.
Yes, of course.
We could
Tell him.
about the last one.
Daddy Rose.
It's close between two of us, anyway.
It's a freeway.
So you got 9, 8, and 3.
Oh my god! 3.
A win for League Two over League One as Bury saw off Exeter at Gig Lane. They had both their centre-backs to thank for this one. The shots almost shook the Grecians. Andrew Howarth denied by first Arthur Krysiak and then the post. Effie Soji made his mark, heading home from Mike Jones's cross. Early in the second half, a Jones corner kick wasn't cleared properly, and Tom Lees was on hand to fire home from 12 yards. It finished 2-0 to Bury.
For Bury Football Club, all the talking points this week have been made off the pitch rather than on it, with the news that the ex-Bury boss Sam Ellis has gone to Manchester City as assistant to Peter Reid. Bury therefore promoted Mick Walsh up to the manager. This afternoon is Mick Walsh's first game in charge. All this happened straight after the game against Wigan Athletic on Tuesday night. The other news, of course, is that the whole of the Bury squad is up for sale. It is Feely. Looking for Lee and finding Lee. Lee cuts inside. Cunningham has gone outside. Lee might not need him. Looks for the shot. And that's just wide of the post. Valentine, nice play to find Andy Hill. Hill cuts inside and makes good room. He's got Lee with him, doesn't need him, gets the crossover. Nil, header down, Cunningham misses it, Robinson. And really, Bury should have scored from that opportunity. Good ball for Lee. Hill has come up in support, but Lee doesn't need him. Gets the crossover, Robinson, oh! Almost the first. Just over half an hour played, 0-0. Good ball for Lee if he can keep it in. Just manages to. Monget's header, it's in the back of the net. Ball forward, Lee crossed. Monget was there to head home, so 32 minutes played, it's Bury 1, Exeter City 0. Comes the free kick. Owen looking to get the crossover. Now he does. It's out by Parkinson to Robinson. And Bury have 3 against 2 if Robinson can provide the ball. Lee, superb chance for Lee to make it 2. And he has! Superbly taken goal. And Robinson timed the through ball to perfection. And with 5 minutes to half-time, David Lee makes it 2-0. Neville. Finds Marshall. Very quiet in this first half, gets the crossover. Chance for Exeter, and Exeter pull one back. Just on the stroke of half-time. It was a good header from Exeter's number 9, that's Trevor Morgan. Patterson. Oh, that's just over the top. Right. Must have touched the goalkeeper, he must have put it over. This is Dryden for Exeter. Given away, but he's picked it up again. Chance for Exeter Bury, can they equalise? Good save by Gary Kelly. Nil heads clear. Hill to take the free kick. Lofted high into the area. Valentine challenging with the goalkeeper. Morget, Patterson. The ball wouldn't drop for the chance as the goalkeeper was out of his goal. Parkinson. Lee, good control by Lee. The cross comes over. Valentine, 3-1. And that does put the game beyond Exeter. There's only 6 minutes to play. And Valentine has given Bury that 2-goal margin. One smart save in this second half. And that's a good battling performance by Bury, particularly in the second half. After all the troubles that the club has had in the last couple of weeks, the team on the park has done the stuff and have been continually picking up points.